What is up, guys? Here for you today. I have an NU match against Leo, aka 6ftHax, and basically this is a really good NU match. And we were on Skype, and Leo was like, "Anyone want to battle?" In the group chat I'm in. Then I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll battle." And we ended up having this NU match, which happened to be a really, really good match. So I suggest you go check out Leo if you don't know 6ftHax, but I'm guessing you all do know 6ftHax. If you don't, check him out because he's a really cool guy and a very, very, very good narrator. So let's get it in. So he leads off with Prime, which I'm assuming to be Scarfed, because that's really like normally what you see from Prime. You see either Scarf or Ban. I love with my Golurk. Now I know the U-turn is very obvious because he's not going to go for Ice Punch straight away, and that's just U-turn was his optimal play. So I'm going to go for the my Stealth Rocks because I'm a defensive Golurk, and I end up getting my Rocks up as he brings in this Armaldo. Now here I can proceed to go for Dynamic Punch to try to maybe confuse him, and like I know he's going to try to set up Rocks, so maybe I can confuse him to stop him from getting up Rocks because Rocks do threaten my team a lot. And he actually does pull through, get the Rocks up, which kind of do suck for me. But what are you going to do about it? If I don't have a spinner, it's my fault for not having a spinner. So I'm going to go for Shadow Punch here, just because I knew it would do decent chunk, because it is still stab and strong Golurk. And also just in case you wanted to switch in Executor, predicting the next Dynamic Punch or maybe an Earthquake or something. And he just stays and hits himself with Confusion, which is really cool. And now I'm going to go for the Earthquake because I know since that stab and the stronger move is going to do a lot more than Shadow Punch did, and it does a shit ton of damage. But now he's able to get his poison off on me, which is toxic, which doesn't matter at all because I do have a Heal Beller in the form of Grumpig, and as you're going to see later in the match, that's really not going to matter at all. But here I go for Shadow Punch, thinking it would kill, but it doesn't kill from that range, and I'm like, holy crap. And he just went for the Rapid Spin just to, I guess just to spin the Hazard away just in case I wanted to switch out or something. But I am taking a little bit more toxic damage, which, like I said, isn't going to matter at all because I get a Heal Bell off in time for it to matter in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't matter. So now, Maldo's gone. I'm basically knowing that he's going to bring in either Executor or Samurai, but he brings in Samurai, and this thing is a huge threat to my team if he's special. If he's a special Samurai, big threat. If he's a physical Samurai, no problems whatsoever. But going to my Vileplume now, I just kind of scout to see what set he is, because he wants to go for Waterfall. I can take those for days, and I could take Mega Horns for days, and if I could take anything he wants to do on the physical side, I can take very, very well. But he goes for Substitute, and I'm like, okay, cool. And now if he ends up being special and goes for Ice Beam, I can take an Ice Beam, and I'm not going to appreciate it, but I know I can take it. As he ends up being special, goes for Ice Beam, so I'm like, crap, I'm in a predicament, and I'm going to go for Giga Drain and get rid of his Substitute, which is nice, and this thing behind his sub is very, very threatening to my team. As you can see, because I really don't have much to stop it, Grumpig is my closest to stopping it, but it really can't do them an amazing job, especially what's going to happen soon. So now I'm basically predicting him to go for another Ice Beam because I don't want him to, because I know he'll probably maybe want to set up a sub, and like I think Ice Beam is his optimal play. So I predicted him to go Ice Beam, so I'm going with my Grumpig, who has Thick Fat, and I'm going to be able to take absolutely nothing from that Ice Beam because Thick Fat. But here he told me that he was predicting me to go for maybe Thunder Wave or Toxic, some kind of status, so he goes for the Substitute, which is always a good play, just enough to scout. But I ended up going for Heal Bell because if you look at Team Preview, Golurk is a gigantic threat to his team, so getting that thing untoxic is very, very beneficial to me, for me. So now I'm basically like, all right, what is this thing going to do? He's going to go for a Surf, but he goes for Encore, and you guys are probably thinking like, Eric, sub Encore Surf Ice Beam. Friggin' Samurai is such a common set, like you're so stupid for not knowing that. But like I played decent NU, but I've never seen that on Showdown, PO, Wi-Fi NU I've ever played. I've never seen a sub Encore Samurai. So this is my fault for not knowing my Samurai sets, and also if it's original and you guys are like, wow, that's such a cool set too. It's a cool set, Leo. So now I bring in Miltank. I'm not Thick Fat. I'm offensive with Sap Sipper, so I'm not going to appreciate that at all. I just went into Miltank because Miltank is like the least needed on my team, in my opinion. So I just decided to sack this thing just so I can get rid of this thing's substitutes. Because if I can have Miltank in to break his sub, so I can bring in Rodent Fan on his on a unsubbed up Samurai, then that'll be basically what I'm trying to. That's basically my plan of action right now. So a couple of Earthquakes, he subs down, and then he's gonna kill me off with Surf now. Which doesn't really matter because Miltank, looking at his team, didn't really pose a threat at all to his team. So now, like I said, I'm going to go into my Rotom, which is basically perfect for me because I'm not messing around with this thing. I'm going right for Volt Switch. I'm not Thunderbolting. I'm not air slashing right for Volt Switch, no questions asked, because you know it's my best play, because if he stays in I kill him off, get a switch initiative, and if you switch it out I get more switch initiative, which is fantastic. So I'm going to Volt Switch out as he brings in the Bastiodon, and I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck does Bastiodon do? He already has a rocker in the form of Armando. This is like a slap together team. He might have rocks too, but he already has rocks up, so what does Bastiodon do? So here I'm kind of stuck with the play. You know, should I go for Earthquake, Quad Super Effective, and kill it? Should I go for Shadow Punch, predicting maybe Executor to take the Earthquake Dynamic Punch? But I decided to go right for the Dynamic Punch because it is my most optimal play. Because if you think about it, if he stays in, I kill that thing. If he switches out, it doesn't really matter what, I hit most of his teammates. So if he switches out into Executor like he does now, I would have got confusion on it. So it just basically was my best play there, as he stays in and dies. But now I'm free for Executor to come in, as he brings Executor in and goes for the Choice Specs Leaf Storm. And Grumpig is especially defensive wall. I'm not Max, but god damn, that did a lot of freaking damage. Grumpig basically useless at this point. Like I said, if I never took that hit, I probably could have taken out Samurott better. But the thing is, I couldn't switch into Vileplume, because like Psychic still would have done so much damage to the rest of my team, because Psychic does hurt my team a lot. And I had a choice to either bring in Vileplume predicting the Leaf Storm, or bring in Grumpig predicting the Psychic. And basically, I predicted Psychic. I thought Grumpig was just my best play, because, you know, I felt like I needed Vileplume more in the match anyway. But it ends up not working out for me. But I can switch him in now, take the hit, and I can Moonlight up. So basically, it was a really, really tough call. And this kind of does suck, but it doesn't really matter. But he brings in freaking not Mankey Primeape now, which is a decent play, because if I Sleep Powdered, he would get Vital Spirit, and just, you know, it can hit me with Ice Punch. And I'm max HP, max defense, and that did a shit ton of damage. I really thought I could take those a lot better, but I thought it would be like a 3 KO, but that's looking like a 2 KO from there. So I decided to go into Pig as fodder, because, you know, Ice Punch can just take me out like that. And that does suck, but now I have a good opportunity to go into my Choice Banded Relicanth and just try to start wrecking havoc. If this was Rock Polish Relicanth, I would have won the game right here, because if he would have Ice Punched, I would have polished, and then I would have polished again on the next turn on the switch out. And then Relicanth would have been at +4 speed, and nothing would have outsped it, and it would have went on a rampage and killed his whole team. But that is not the case. That I'm banded, and I'm just going to take literally nothing from the Ice Punch and kill him off with the nice Head Smash. But now I'm susceptible to the Samurott now, and this is kind of a tough decision, because I know Surf. I can know from the amount of HP I'm at, I can live a timid Surf, and I think he's timid. I can barely, if he gets min roll, I can live a modest Surf. But I had to go for Head Smash there, because I knew it would sub, and I needed to break the sub. But here, he might want to go right for the Surf, and he might want to sub down again. But I didn't want to risk Head Smash miss, because if he had kept him behind a sub, and I lost my Relicanth, I would have been basically fucked, and 100% I would have lost this battle. So, thinking Plume is fodder as goes for Ice Beam, takes me out, it's whatever, because now I just have to basically do what I did before. Sack something to break this Link sub, as he can't sub again. After leftovers on the next turn, he won't be able to sub again. That's to go into my Rotom now. I'm going to go for the Volt Switch to break the Substitute, which is what I have to do, because I have to get rid of that Substitute. This is a Scarfed Rotom, if it's not obvious enough, if I just had to say it's Scarf Rotom. And I'm thinking, you know what, I know Golurk's a huge threat to his team, but Golurk isn't really needed, because Relicanth can do the same work that Golurk can do. So we're basically going to go and sack Golurk to the Ice Beam, which I actually do end up living, which is cool. But it basically doesn't matter that I end up living it, because he can kill me off on the next turn. And like saying, you might be thinking like, if you could live an Ice Beam, why don't you bring in Golurk before? But if I brought in Golurk like before, it would have went for Surf, and Surf is Stab, and it definitely would have killed, because Ice Beam came that close, and Surf is Stab, and stronger. Not as stronger? I know it stabs what's stronger. And he kills me off with another Surf, but he is now with the Surf. Now he's susceptible again to my Rotom Fan, which is basically my MVP right now. So here I'm going to go for the Air Slash now, because I know that it'll kill him off from that range. I can kill the Executor who brings that in, and I can do decent damage to Licky and maybe like flinch it to death. But he brings in Executor right now. I Air Slash it, that thing dies, which is really cool for me. But now Licky is what's going to come in, and you know Licky is an annoying little fucker. And I'm going to go right for the Air Slash, because I'm locked in, and I'm just going to try to get damage off. I'm not trying to risk bringing in freaking Relicanth. I don't know, even because I know at the range amount of HP I'm at, I can barely live a timid Surf, so I need to have all the HP I can. Like max damage will kill, but like normal damage won't from this range. So bringing Relicanth now, I know I can go right for Waterfall, because I know even though Samurott resists, he's at very low HP, especially after Rock's Waterfall will 100% kill. as I go for Waterfall, and he misses Dragon Tail, which is looking like it's looking really good for me because now I'm at 214. If I calc Modest, if he gets low damage, I win. If I calc Timid, if he gets high damage, if he gets low damage, I win. If he gets high damage, I lose. If a Timid, if he gets high damage, I lose. If he gets normal damage, I win. Now here's the truth: if his Surfer is going to be able to take me out or not, if he is Monster, if he is Timid, and it's going down, and it kills me. But the one thing I never factored in is Torrent, the ability Torrent, which when you're lower than 75%, you get to have added power to your water type moves. So now I die to rocks, and that is the end of a very epic game. So that was a really good game, Leo. Check him out. If you enjoyed, leave a like, rate, and comment, subscribe, do your thing. I love you all. Peace out, guys. I'll see you guys on my next upload. See ya.